are live.
Hello, hello.
Hello, one and all. Welcome back to Aglarond High. I'll kind of recenter myself because I realized that I wasn't in frame much before. But we left our party in a little bit of a cliffhanger, as they all went very quickly to Dan's home on another plane, only to hear his mother yelling his name through the halls of the temple. And as Dan is wont to do, he left really quickly. So we rejoin our party with Renef, Arabella, Zola, and Dan crashing into the streets of the Hallows.
Oh shit.
They don't fall. The beam itself kind of crashes into any place that it comes. It's like the Bifrost, honestly. It's the best comparison. So there's a dust cloud, everything like that, but they just appear at the entrance of the Hallows. So we come back to you,
To me? To us?
to all of you.
Dan, what?
What? Oh my gosh, that was close.
Was that your mom?
This happens every time?
No. Okay. Just forget about it. You didn't hear anything. Anyways, we're here. Look at that. Lickety
Just
split.
an out of character in well,
Mhm.
I believe at the end of last session, Ren had gone towards the voice. Essentially, he was just so interested in meeting Dan's mom. Do we all get if I'm not touching him, do I still get transported? Is my question.
So, yes, you do. There is a pad at the temple that if you're standing on it, you will be sent. But to be brought back to the temple, you tend to have to be in the same vicinity as Dan.
All right, no shenanigans then. Got it.
Shenanigan
However,
proof.
As you guys kind of discuss everything, and Dan, you feel that particular tingling of the beam coming back, and suddenly you guys are pulled from the Hallows back to the temple.
Does it stop? Are we done?
I don't know what's going on.
Arabella grabs on
Land-
Zola for balance.
On the floor of the temple, and you see Dan's. Well, you see Dan. How do you want to describe your mother?
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, she's a real piece of work, all right? She doesn't leave me alone. Now, actual description is she is a celestial, or I guess in D&D and ASMR. So she's got really long, down to her legs pretty much, silver, white glowing hair. Her eyes are just these beams of white light. Really prim and proper with this really slim fitting white and gold armor, and she's got two angelic wings that are probably just folded up behind her. She's got a friggin' big ass sword on her back, if she's coming back from a mission or something. Otherwise she's probably in more ceremonial garb and not combat armor. Yeah, she looks like a badass. And really stern. I'm not happy to see her.
So she is in her more ceremonial garb at this point.
Okay.
She's come back from somewhere, because you knew that she wasn't there in the morning, but she's no longer in her armor. You don't know if she's actually ever donned it, but she is now in her ceremonial garb.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since I saw her anyway, so who knows what she's been up to.
So she looks to you all and says, Daniel, I would very much like it if you didn't run away every time I spoke your name.
I'm gonna like dust myself off, stand up, and go, yeah, well, we're busy. Yeah, we got school projects to do, right? I'm gonna look at everyone else.
Try to contain my
Arabella's like,
Right, guys?
it's it's a pleasure to meet you, ma'am. Yes, we of course are doing projects and staying academically dutiful always. Our grades are astounding.
Of
Okay,
course.
all right.
She,
Don't
like-
introduce yourselves. Don't introduce. I'm gonna like pull my mom away from.
I was
from
just about to curtsy. We're in the middle of curtsying.
You have some. So you pull her away, Dan?
Yeah, I like turn her away from them so she can't like look at them while they're like trying to talk to her. Like they're like,
Okay.
what do you want? What do you?
It's okay, Arabella. We'll get our chance.
Oh, really, we gotta talk to her. She's so pretty.
Your friends are quite studious. Projects during the summer break. I didn't even know Aglarond had projects during the summer break.
Oh, really? Well, yeah. We all have to find a mentor, and well, anyways, it doesn't really matter. We're just doing stuff. So,
And who did you pick as your mentor? I didn't see you come to your father, or I.
well, of course not.
Oh, why ever not?
I got the big cheese, the big cat, the big cool cat himself, the principal. Are you jealous?
Oh. Well, I suppose if you were to pick anybody, he is as good a choice as any.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Now, and she kind of turns around as you kind of like look off into the distance.
Ready? Curtsy.
Her wing kind of like
We lined up or something.
jutting out and like pushing you back a little, Dan.
Oh, it pulls the same move.
And she says, now, hello, my name is Mithra. And you are my Daniel's friends.
Yes, Zola Monty. And like, I go to curtsy, but then like, Arabella's probably like, I was gonna go curtsy. So I just like bow.
Arabella's eyes are wide. So, like looking at Zola. Arabella Vasily, madam, yes, it's a pleasure, absolute pleasure. And I'm gonna do like the curtsy, but like looking up at her and then like feeling really awkward because Zola bowed instead of curtsied. Like, why? Okay, it's fine.
Salute.
Also-
Fucking-
Thank you,
Or just like
Diana.
real
And, thanks
For
for
the
the subscription. Please,
subscription.
thank you. Such poofs.
You get one of our emotes. Yay! The other one.
The one. They're coming, guys. I swear.
Yeah, so she kind of takes you all in, and at this point, Dan, like her wing isn't keeping you back. She's really she just used it to push you aside to get that little few seconds to introduce herself. So you can definitely like go to the front at this point if you would.
Yeah. I rejoin with the others and I go, okay, so like actually you're not going to give them a tour. You're just going to tell us what you need, and then we're going to get out of here.
Did they want a tour?
Oh,
Yeah,
they
yes,
don't
please,
want a tour.
please.
All right.
would be
Looks like I got to
amazing.
use some of my charms. Guys, I love you. You're my best pals. We got stuff to do. You want to run around this stuffy religious place?
Yeah.
No, Zola.
Why not?
But you got the
There's so
library
much to
for that, all right?
learn.
Got the library for that.
That's not gonna work this time, Dan.
I'm gonna waste one of my superiority die, and I'm gonna do the commanding presence. I'm like, we're taking a tour.
Oh. I was gonna
Look at
try.
it.
Roll
I was gonna-
intimidation.
Okay, hold on. Go.
Yeah,
Can I give him the help action by like pointing finger guns
hey!
at Dan?
Are you giving me inspiration?
No. The threatening finger guns.
Arabella is batting her
I
eyelashes.
invented finger guns, okay? Oh shit. Okay. I'm being intimidated.
Yeah, I
Not
guess
very well.
That's an 18.
Roll
Oh,
either an insight or just a general charisma check.
General charisma.
Either or,
General
I believe, would work.
Wait, are
It's
you
kind of
actually
like-
giving me the help action?
General charisma.
Yes.
18.
Spark up my fingers.
Okay, I gotta roll like. Bro, I got 21.
Wait,
well,
I'm still. Arabella
hold
is
on.
batting her eyelashes, giving the puppy eyes. I'm ready to roll.
Hold on, I got a 26 because he gave me the help action.
Wow.
Well, I was about to say
I can't
Dan-
face off against all of them.
Yeah.
There's
Oh
only
boy.
so much my atomic powers can do.
Entering
So-
the room, whether you want it or not.
Each time one of
Upon
my eyebrows waggles.
Pompadour just like goes flaccid.
upon the combined assault from his party members, Dan, you look back to your mother, and she kind of has like a little smile on her face, looking directly at you.
Yeah. Roll my
And
eyes.
just
I'm gonna really be really bitter and like have my arms crossed. And I'm gonna follow everyone around, but like be really upset about it.
So she begins to lead you on a tour of Helm's Temple, or at least one of them. This one being potentially a more one that has a bit more importance. It's in Helm's realm, I believe, and so that this is his principal temple. Every other one is just an offshoot, a branch of this central temple. So, Dan, you want to just give a little description of your home?
I mean, it's like I imagine like a big ass temple. It's got large open halls and all sorts of like big courtyards for training and stuff like that. They have all sorts of soldiers and devoted paladins and stuff to Helm. And then there's like the chapels and the churches and things. Though I guess like it's the plane of Helm. So maybe like you can see like off in like the Astral Sea or something. There's like a bigger palace that you can see where Helm stays. And then from like down here, there's I don't know, there's kitchens and stuff. It's a big interdimensional place, but Dan doesn't spend a lot of time there, so he's not the one giving the tour. That's for sure.
No. So your mother does lead the tour, and she's kind of like, well, Dan, but she kind of like focuses it on you, in a sense that as like you were growing up, this is kind of like where you would spend like your
That was
time.
the tree where Dan
and
broke
then-
his arm for the second time.
He was really adamant about trying to sneak into the kitchens, and so he tried, but the cook chased him out with just the ladle each time. And look, try as he might, he did eventually manage to get the dessert out from underneath the scrutinous gaze of the cook, but might have had a few more bruises than he started the night with.
That was all of your son. You must be very proud of him.
Maybe if you just asked, it might have been better, but
Can we not tell stories about me, please?
Such a
And
rascal,
first of
he is
all,
such a
that cook
rascal.
would have never caught me if you didn't get involved, Mom.
well, yes, I did warn her that you might be attempting it, but well, a challenge is something you've never not accepted, has it?
That wouldn't be very atomic if I did.
Well,
Didn't
there you go.
didn't accept the challenge.
Excuse me.
You don't need to raise your hand.
sorry.
Yes, Soda.
Is atomic like a family thing?
No, that is a very Daniel thing.
All me, baby.
I thought so. Daniel.
I see. Must be some sort of a speech impediment. It'll come out with age, I'm sure.
Oh, is that what Quiznak is?
Yes, exactly. Something I can't help but say.
I wish I had a speech impediment.
I can give you one later. I mean,
What?
this is a really beautiful abode.
I blush.
Well, be that as it may, it is still part of his character, and that's more than fine. However, I would appreciate if your studious natures rubbed off on him a little bit more.
We're trying. It's hard when he can just call down a rainbow and leave before we study.
Yes.
Okay, tell me one time you guys all studied together.
In the
Um,
library.
Time.
I'd pull out like like the entire year's worth of like an agenda and just show you a bunch of dates circled study.
What is this? What are these squares and numbers?
I'll show you later, Dan. Don't worry. There's a whole system.
Hey, Ren's feeling secondhand embarrassment from you underperforming in front of your mother. He's just like gritting his teeth, like, oh no.
I don't know how I feel about you saying underperforming.
In front of your
All right, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here.
As she's kind of like leading you back around, she's like, I did hear that you accepted the mission that Galadan offered.
I think so.
You took the paper. He said that you were going to go and handle it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Come on, Dan.
Yeah, what did I? Yeah, I mean that's what we were gonna go take care of until you stopped us. We could have had it done already.
Oh, my apologies. I just felt the need to meet your friends. It's not often that you bring them around.
No, it is not. And don't get used to it.
Oh, I think I see your father.
Alrighty.
I'll turn.
Can I
I'll
start
turn.
pushing everyone away? Like trying.
Dan's
to
father?
And so she
I'm
kind
looking
of
at her.
turns and watches you push your friends away, not making any move to actually go further with this. But she walks off deeper into the temple.
Okay.
So you push your friends back to the transport room.
I don't even have one of those.
Right, okay. She's really nice, Dan. You don't have to. You shouldn't have to hide her from us. She loves you. It's nothing
She's
to be
so
ashamed
pretty.
No, okay.
She's
Listen,
literally
whatever.
glowing.
It doesn't matter. No, okay. Whatever it is, you're not gonna talk to her anymore. Okay. Let's go do the thing we got to do. But why are you guys so interested, anyways?
of. Just to know where you came from, like what birthed
Yeah.
Dan, Atomic Dan. You know.
Well, maybe I want to be mysterious, baby.
Okay, well, you know all of our families.
You called my mom.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Mommy
you guys aren't
Monty.
very. Well, come on, let's be real.
Don't you say another word.
All right. I won't call your mom mommy,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't ever talk to my mother.
Jeez.
Hey, what about this task that we're supposed to be accomplishing at this point that you said we were doing?
Oh, yeah, I just got to check something out. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
What do you
I'm
mean?
fairly worried about it since we've not heard anything about it until right this second. And now we're apparently going to go do it, but last I checked, that's not what we were going to go do.
Details?
Okay, so my mom wants me to go check out this like cult or something. That's it.
You want to go check out a cult alone?
No, we talked about it before. He asked me what I knew. I said we'd help him.
Yeah, see, I don't keep things from people. All right, I
There's
tell
a-
some people.
Round on Zola, kind of. You didn't tell anyone else? You just kept it yourself?
It was like
Arabella is hurt.
it was just a
This is
few
your jaw
seconds. It
drop?
was like minutes
Daniel
ago.
behavior.
It was. Hey, when a
I just
friend.
put my hand on Zola's shoulder. I don't say anything.
when your friend asks you something in confidence, you don't just spill it out. It was Dan's thing to say.
So it was a secret.
Okay, you know what? I think it's time to leave. It's time to go. Let's go.
No,
Yeah,
It's not a
let's
big
go.
deal,
Let's
guys.
leave, Arabella. That's right.
you got me in trouble, Dan. I'm gonna talk to your mom every day that I can.
Oh, well, I'm gonna make winky faces and wiggly eyebrows at your mother.
No,
all
not
right?
to wiggle. No, please, not to wiggle.
I'm gonna wiggle my eyebrows all up in her business.
No. We'll talk about this later, okay? Keep your eyebrows
and I are-
straight.
I'm going to the kitchen. I'm finding the kitchen right now. He's got cookies in his fridge.
Don't touch my whippets, all right?
Yeah, the whippets. That's what I want.
So Arabella starts to try and move out of the transport room. Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm going to the kitchen.
Okay.
I have some cookies to steal. I mean, eat.
Borrow.
So, from the tour, you had passed the kitchens. So, if you remember where to go, more than welcome. If Dan lets you.
Yeah, well, I mean, Arabella and Ren are kind of like upset at us, so I'm just like, they can just go and do whatever. I'm just standing next to Zola, like,
My God, if you let me leave, I head with Arabella towards the kitchens, and then I look at Arabella and I go, I'm gonna go find his father. I'm gonna have a word with him.
Okay. So, you head off towards the kitchens. And you make your way there to find that there are people bustling about. They always seem to have some sort of food being prepared. And you see this large blue dragonborn kind of directing everyone here and there as she continues to decorate these not quite cupcakes, but mini cakes, like a bit between a cupcake and a cake in size. But she's decorating and still kind of being able to look around and seeing everything that's happening in the kitchen without seeming to look up from what she's doing. Dan, you know her name to be Safara.
Safara.
And she has these blue scales with just these large horns curving behind her head, almost in what looks like a crown. And she's wearing these white, or what used to be white, clothes with stains and flour and a bunch of different food stains all across it. And you know that usually every day she starts to clean tabard. So this happened altars today. And she looks up, says, 2 new faces in the kitchen. What are you doing, pray tell?
Oh, hello. I just came here because there were once. These look delicious. What kind of cakes are these? What kind? And I'm looking, perusing.
I look her dead in the face as Arabella's sputtering, and I go, I was hoping that I'd have a word with someone who's come face to face with Daniel's trickery and wishes to speak of it.
These are red velvet cakes with a little bit of a chocolate frosting on top. And they are for dessert tonight. I do know Daniel's trickery. However, I do not know either of you. Why are you in the kitchens?
For cookies.
I
And
need
like,
a breather from being next to him. He lied to us, didn't tell us that we were on a mission, and I hadn't done any research. Caught me off guard. It felt not very good. After his mother was so kind to us, too.
So you were given a mission by Mithra, and you're still hanging around. I see Dan's rubbed off on you.
I give her the saltiest look.
Now, young man, I've had sons older than you. If you don't have anything useful to do here, you can wait for food like everybody else.
I don't know why it was so easy for Daniel.
I stand up a little straighter, and I give her a short salute, and then I probably just look at you, Arabella, and I say, we probably should get a move on. If Dan's been holding on to this, not telling anyone, then I wonder how long it's been going on unaddressed. We probably should move quickly on it anyways.
And as you guys leave, she kind of speaks for a last time and says, and if you wanted to find Lonsdale, he's currently in the cafeteria.
Oh, that's the father?
Yeah. So you would take up from context cues that that is Dan's dad. But the name doesn't seem that familiar because you hadn't known that was his name.
Is that on the way back potentially to the teleporter?
You do. I mean, the kitchens are close to the cafeteria because obviously the food gets there still warm. So
yeah. Well, I wait to see what I look at Arabella and I wait to see what you say. But I think you see there's like curiosity on my face. But maybe I'm not as mad. I'm back to Ren's on a mission mode. We got a mission to do. We got some rules to follow.
I mean, if you want to go back, you can. I may as well meet.
We'll just peek in
Really
as we walk by. We just use
On the
our
way.
eyes. Just look with your eyes, not with your hands, kind of thing.
Of course.
Yeah, look with your eyes, never with your mouth. Never look with
Peek
your mouth.
around the door, like.
okay. So as you both peek your head into the cafeteria, Dan, you want to describe your father as he sits for his afternoon snack?
Yeah.
Gives him just a little bit of a tea.
Sure. He's an older man. He's a human. And he's like in his late 60s. He's got this big white beard, mostly bald on his head. And he's wearing like, it looks like he's got huge shoulders, but you can tell that whatever ceremonial sort of like white and gold draped cloths he has over him, there's like a heavy chest piece underneath. But he looks like a pretty, I don't know, quiet old man. Big mustache, sort of like kind looking eyes with like wrinkles on the sides. And he's probably just there sipping his tea. I think that's what you said. Just enjoying himself.
Does he have a beard too, or is it just the mustache?
He's got a mustache and beard, yeah.
So he looks like Moses.
Sure.
White hair instead of an older.
White hair Moses, got it.
So as you pass, you see him just sipping the tea, as mentioned. Kind of not even paying attention really to his surroundings. Every now and then just kind of putting it down and sitting back a little, just looking around. As you see the cafeteria itself, that you see it's actually open topped. So there is no roof, and it actually gazes out into the astral sea, and you see that a bit more to the side, not directly in the middle, of this view, but you see Helm's domain kind of in the sky. And every now and then he just kind of looks up and he seems to be just pondering.
Does he look like Daniel at all?
Dan, does he look like you aged a little bit?
The thing that looks the most like Dan are his sideburns. And you can't see it because he's got a big beard, but the chins are identical.
There you go. So you do see elements of Dan as he might appear when he gets a little older, or a lot older.
Yeah, a lot older.
Yeah, it's true. 60s, right? Are you guys gonna kind of just sit there and
Don't disturb
look
him,
around?
guys. Don't disturb him.
I'm not gonna go in.
Yeah, I don't need to go in. I'm just taking a peek. Mental image. If I can. No, I'm not going to take a picture of my crystal. That'd be really weird.
That'd be really weird.
Secret photo?
Just
Just taking a mental picture.
do what you gotta do, I suppose.
No, we're good. We're just gonna mental snapshot.
How do you feel about that, Zola?
Good
I
thing
wanna
I'm
show
there.
Oh,
I want to be like, look at Dan's
Yeah,
dad.
yeah, sure.
Look at Dan's dad.
It's true.
well, yeah.
Dan and
I was
Zola
going to say
did-
that the two of us could just sort of be like behind them or something. Just, like,
I mean,
following
you
from
could.
behind.
What did you guys do when you?
Well, they just
when
like
they
walked
left.
off.
Yeah.
Zola,
Well, when you see them leave,
follow them.
you can.
You got to keep an eye on them. I can't just let them
Yeah,
walk
go
around. this
ahead.
place.
I'll stay here.
You sure?
Mhm.
All right. No, don't. If anyone bothers you, you let me know.
Don't worry.
You let me know, and I go on.
Instantly, like studying whatever I can of like this teleportation like magic that's being used. It's so interesting, and I've only ever seen like the stuff that it leaves in the grass.
Okay.
So if there's anything that looks like, worth investigating, I'll investigate.
What languages do you know?
Common, deep speech, elvish, and infernal.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
That's my really decent girlfriend, by the way.
15.
Okay. So you do recognize certain arcane glyphs, kind of made into this teleportation circle. However, they are combined with figures and shapes from a language you do not understand.
Okay.
So while you do recognize the arcane nature of it, you do recognize a part of what makes this whole. Unfortunately, just the enormity and kind of scope of this kind of magic is out of your current capabilities.
Can I, like, the first rune that I see that's like completely like foreign to me? Can I try and like just trace it?
Yeah, sure.
I'll bring it to the library later.
So you do a quick sketch of one of the foreign characters, and you pop it into your book.
Look around.
Okay. Dan, you follow them. Did you follow them into the kitchens, or?
I was probably like just leaning up against the doorway, watching them from the entrance or something. Yeah.
Okay. And then as they peek into the dining hall, do you say anything or just kind of again watch as they take a peek?
I'll watch for a bit and then come up from behind them and go, so not going to introduce yourselves?
I was.
Look at you. You want to go talk to your old man?
Yeah, let's go. I'll like start walking up ahead, leading them to the table.
So surprised. I just follow you.
Okay.
Hey, Dad. How's it going?
Oh, Daniel, nice to see you.
What you got there? You drinking some tea?
Very astute, Daniel. Chamomile, actually.
Oh.
Would you like some? I haven't had. Kind of turns and looks towards the kitchens, and you see kind of whispers some arcane words, and maybe about like a minute later, someone comes with a fresh pot and some teacups. But as he does, my name is Lonsdale. I'm Daniel's father. Are you his friends from school?
Yeah, Pops, this is Arabella and Ren. Arabella, this is my Pops.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Pleasure's mine.
Couldn't help but observe you from afar earlier, but I'm glad Daniel brought us to talk to you directly.
Well, I appreciate it as well. It's nice to meet Daniel's friends.
Okay, all right. Let's not get all sentimental now, okay? You guys met each other? Everyone's happy?
Yes,
yes.
Tea.
You guys want some tea? It's pretty good.
How could I refuse? But, where's Zola?
Oh, she's waiting.
You left her there?
It was her idea.
Can I bring tea back to its night? Do you have like a tea to go vessel?
Yeah, the
You
cup.
mean like a cup?
Tea to go
A
vessel.
cup that I don't a cup I don't have to return?
No, it's fine. Just take it.
Do you have a concave sort of object?
Which to hold liquid.
Convex.
Convex.
Listen, I was trying to get a disposable cup, okay?
Yeah, they don't have those in Helm's Temple. They only got real stuff.
We're gonna take some to go, all right? I'll just like pour some tea for everyone. Then. Three cups for us.
No. Daniel, don't forget to report back after you finished.
Oh, you're in
finding
on this
out.
too? Look, I really don't want to do this. What's the deal with this?
From what I've been told, there are rumors flitting about that there's a cult that has been formed about the goddess Shar, who is very disfavored in Helm's eyes. So you must find out, is it a hoax? Is it real? What's happening? And report back. Don't fight. Don't try and solve it. You don't need to try and solve it yourself. Just find out about it and come report back.
Well, look, you don't have to worry about me.
Yes, sir.
Look at Ren. Yeah, all right. I'll figure out what I can find out. But this isn't gonna. Don't think I'm gonna make this a habit. All right. I don't want to be involved in any of this Helm crap.
Well, then, think of it as helping your old man out.
One step ahead of you, Pops. Just like pat him on the shoulder. All right. Let's get out of here.
Do visit again.
It was so nice meeting you.
Take care, sir.
Guys, head out. Zola, while they're gone, this younger elf comes up to you, spiky blonde hair, and kind of just sees you just on your knees, kind of like sketching out this character. Says, "Hey, there, little lady. Can I help you?"
Hi. No. I'm really interested in like the magic here. So, I just wanted to jot it down for later so I could research. Sorry. I'm Zola. Dan's friend, Daniel.
Oh,
You know him?
Daniel. Do I know Daniel? Yeah, my name's Galdan.
Galdan.
Nice to meet you. I do. What don't I know about Daniel? Did you know? And he kind of starts
Yes.
into this story, and as he does, Dan, you show up with Arabella and Ren, kind of like her hearing this like start of a story from Galadan.
Shut your mouth, Paladin.
It was adorable what you did when you were, and he kind of starts to like, as when you were 6, don't you remember? You used to follow me around all the
Finger
time.
on his mouth. Shh. No. What do you think you're doing?
Telling them more about you. What's wrong with
Yeah,
that?
go on.
But you just met them. You don't think that's a little bit weird?
Yeah, what did he do when he followed you around?
No,
You're all
he's
so
not a
curious.
relative, all right? You don't get to ask him those questions.
They're
You had your
friends
chance
of
with my
yours.
mom and dad.
I'm a friend of yours.
Your friends?
What's the problem?
Well, yeah, come on.
We're like
And his another friend.
acquaintances,
How
okay? Like
interesting.
neighbors.
Neighbors, I changed your diapers.
Get over yourself, all right?
Dan wore diapers.
Yeah, this might be too much information.
Everyone wears diapers at 6,
yeah,
okay?
That's true. Let's scratch it out. Well, it was lovely meeting you, Galdan. Are we disrupting you here? It's quite peaceful.
No, I was just wondering what a young girl was doing all alone in our transport chamber that has never been here before.
All right. I was just waiting for him. Close my book.
Yeah, we're here now. Actually, Galadan is the guy who can warp us out of here.
And where am I warping you to?
That's a good question. What was it called again? Zola?
The Temple of Saloon. In
Wait, no. Okay. Well, we had other business to do, didn't we?
Well, I don't. It seemed like it was pretty important from your mom's perspective. So
Yeah, but they can wait. Whatever.
And the cook thought it was some sort of a time-sensitive kind of thing.
Also, Daniel's father mentioned it.
Go ahead. What's the
Daniel's
cook's name?
father. Wait a minute.
It looks so similar, by the way.
Did he have a thing
I really.
like hair?
It was like this, but from his chin.
I imagine Dan with a pompadour at his chin. That's what he looks like in my head.
That's canon now. Just the same pompadour, but just on the bottom. That's genius.
That's an impressive beard.
That's so much better. That's so much better. Yeah. He's got no hair on his head, though. He's
all
bald,
chin.
shiny.
Wow.
Okay, so wait. We got to talk about this.
Yeah,
Turn
sorry,
around or something,
Galdan.
okay, you don't have to like listen to us while we're talking.
He doesn't turn around. He just kind of posts up against the wall.
All right.
I'll continue facing him.
What else do we have to do?
What else did we have to do?
Out of character, I've forgotten.
We
Does someone else remember what we were doing?
we're giving the
Yeah.
librarian
I didn't want to
time
admit it.
to like recover, so we're not going
Right,
to the
and then-
library.
We also need to follow up on the clockwork, whatever there.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
monsters. So we were supposed to follow up on the clockwork monsters with the librarian. That's where we were going. I thought we were coming
No, I
back
thought
from a
that was
shopping
with
trip.
Zephyr.
Weren't we going to? What was the Hallows or the Hallows?
That's where
Isn't that
I'm
where we
from.
were? Oh, so we
Hallows
were
is
just.
the temple district of Vardonyl.
And
Oh,
that's where the
okay, so-
temple would be. Dan.
Okay. I guess that's
Come
where we're going, anyways. Well, Zola, did you plan all this?
on. No. Check off something on my behind my notes.
Wait a minute. All right.
We're ready, Galden. Just anywhere in the Hollows is fine, I guess. If I can't pinpoint the temple to Saloon. I know it's there, but can't really remember.
That's the cultist temple, right?
It's the like antithesis to the person that they would be that they would be worshiping in that cultist temple. Like it's the god that's kind of like the opposite to it. So we figure start there.
Galadan kind of pipes in. He's like, nah, Saline is not a cult. That's Char's sister.
They're connected. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
That makes a lot more sense.
yeah.
Or I'm not too well versed in the celestial going ons as a mercenary. Kind of swear by your kin and you by your blood and by your weapons.
That's all right. And he kind of like taps, like by his heart, there is Helm's emblem, just his mailed like fist, basically just there as like part of the insignia on his clothes, on his clerical tabard. And so he was like, that's what we're for.
Right then. Well, I'll do one of these. And I guess we're off. Zolo copies me.
All right, enjoy. And with that, he kind of sends you off. And you all land at the entrance of Hallows once more.
I thought we were leaving here to go somewhere, and Dan was transporting us. I
No,
feel very turned around all of a sudden.
Where's the shopping like district? Is that
The
still
shopping
Hollows?
district. That isn't the Hallows.
Okay.
Okay, so that is what we were doing.
Yeah,
I
so
think-
yeah, you guys had been shopping, and so you had gone to the Makar district, the mercantile district of Vardonyl, and which was more in the kind of southern area of Vardonyl, whereas Hallows is a bit more north.
Did we leave Carl behind by accident or something? Or is he here?
As you look around, Carl isn't there.
All right. Amazing.
Oh no.
Did we leave him in the shopping district or in your
Did he
realm?
come with us? I don't remember the last time I saw him.
Yeah, hurry up.
Running.
Probably
Gosh.
he'll catch up.
Hope I didn't leave him up there.
If he knows where you're going.
I'll just text him.
He
I'm
didn't
sure
know
he's
where
fine.
we were going, right?
I think. I mean, we didn't really know where we were going.
Yeah, where are we going now?
Could be an issue.
Let's just text Carl. We're in. Where are we? I'll look around. Oh yeah, we're in the Hollows. Did he drop us? Like, are we right in front of a temple?
So the entrance of the Hallows from this point is kind of the entrance from Makar. So it's this long cobblestone road that has these smaller kind of shrines to lesser deities at the beginning, and then kind of leads into these large architectural masterpieces of buildings further on.
More divine. I don't think I know enough about Am I saying it right? Saloon?
Yep.
But I know enough about to gauge if she'd be closer to the front or further in.
Roll
temple.
me. Well, I mean, knowing it's not Hallows isn't. There's no hierarchy too much, other than like lesser deities and greater deities, and I suppose roll me a quick religion check.
Religion. Oh God, 5.
Okay. But honestly, it's not that hard to know. Saloon is one of the more well-known deities, being the goddess of the moon and stars, navigation, and all this. She is one of the greater goddesses, or gods, deities in general.
Okay.
Where her temple is, you don't know, but
Likely.
she does have a temple, not just a shrine.
Okay. So I'll tell everyone this. So she's more of a greater deity compared to some of the. Well, it feels wrong saying lesser, but that's just kind of the lingo.
What about that antithesis stuff that you were spouting? Who's this horrible cult that we're going to be following up after? Because we should be keeping an eye out for them as well, probably.
Do you know anything, Dan, that you didn't tell me? Because I don't know.
I don't nothing. I don't know. They're a cult, right? No, we stake out at night. I'm sure we'll see something.
What's their name? What are they? Do they have like a color? Is it like red? Red's usually bad. Red and black, friend of Jack, but red and yellow.
Red's
Kill a
not
fella?
always bad. I look at Arabella, fully decked out.
Totally in red.
I think it's the red and yellow combination that's actually the deadly one,
Oh,
as opposed to the others.
I heard it was orange and yellow. That's the
Orange
most
and yellow,
evil
kill
combination.
yellow. That sounds slightly familiar. We should be careful.
Black and
with this.
yellow?
Orange, black, and yellow.
Now, black and yellow don't kill no black. It's black and oh no, what's their name?
What is their name, Zola?
Their what do you mean their name? It's just
You have a
they
piece of
worship
paper.
Shar.
Yeah, there you go. Shar.
Char.
Shar.
Shar. What a lame name.
God of not the moon and not the stars and not navigation.
An unfriendly and cruel evil goddess is all that Dan told me about her.
So the opposite. of a
Yes, I told
star
you that.
would be Earth. So the Earth God.
So maybe they keep low to the ground.
Or maybe they're. Time out. Do we know about black holes?
Do you?
Red would maybe know if there's space stuff in this world.
All right. Well, there are definitely things that aren't quite as well researched as they could be. So there are still unknowns as to, because this is they have definitely researched other planes, but they haven't gotten to the extent of discovering further throughout their own material plane at this point. So nothing like space travel, other than if you were going to try and go to like the astral sea.
Okay. No, I meant more like, is this the god of black holes as opposed to the god of stars?
Oh no. Well, you
I'm
don't
going
know.
a much simpler route of where my brain was going. Very cool.
Currently, none of you have tried to find out anything about Shar.
Well, then let's go talk to these Salunites, and we'll see what they think of their opposites.
Sounds good to me.
You just walk in? I mean,
I start walking in.
Okay.
I'll lead the way. I don't know where I'm going, but it's this way.
Yeah, this general direction. Just inside the city.
Rather than stand here, it's probably over there.
In we go.
A very good deduction as you walk into the Hallows to find the temple. So it was kind of early in the afternoon as you began your search for this Temple of Saloon. And the Hallows is a large area of the city. Each temple, being rather grandiose, needed its own space to sit in, and so Hallows is a large portion of Vardonyl. So to cover that ground, it does take a couple hours. So later on in the afternoon, kind of approaching evening, you find.
Well, hold on. Before we get that far, like maybe like not even an hour in, I think Ren is just gonna look around for a passerby, like near, like, because we're probably looking down the main roads, kind of thing, and then I'm literally gonna try and stop somebody for, hey there, you, excuse me, can I have some directions?
Okay, no problem. So you just find the first person you stop.
Yeah, unless they look like a cultist.
No. So you stop this tabaxi female. She has black fur, yellow eyes, kind of slim features, and she looks up to you. Says, "Good morning, young
Good morning, my fair
passerby.
lady.
How may
Quite
I help
beautiful.
you this day?"
I just wanted to ask where the Temple of Saloon might be. We're kind of new to the district, and you can see we're fairly young.
Saloon is everywhere. She
That-
watches us from above, and all that shines in her light is her temple.
Oh, and where does that light shine exactly? Like on a street around here?
Everywhere. Isn't it beautiful?
What about Shaw? Do you know anything about them?
Oh no, not Shar. Just no. The cruel sister. The mistress of night. Oh, what foul thing must we do to speak of such evil?
Yeah, and where would I repent from the Shaw? Where would I like hide? What's the safest kind of spot? Like if it was a Temple of Saloon.
Well, I suppose if you go further down, take one right, take the next left, and the third right, you should get to the Temple of Saloon.
Oh, thank you very much, my fair lady. It's very kind of you. We'll be sure to tell Saloon all about that. We'll tell on you.
May Mistress Weave guide you.
Amen. All right, let's go.
Thank you.
She kind of just like drifts off.
She just floats away.
Oh my god.
She glides in a way that looks like she's floating.
Majestic.
All right, just down this way. Left and right. Straight down, three down. Into the right.
And so as you find your third right and go down a little ways, you see this large, pristine white temple with just columns. And across the archway, you see the different phases of the moon's cycle. And one's safe assumption would be that this was the temple of the moon goddess.
All right. Let's go in.
Good thing we didn't spend all afternoon looking for this.
What are we doing when we go inside?
I think we want to find somebody who looks like they know what we might need to know. So somebody maybe like official looking or, decked out in super cool robes.
Mercenaries always taught me when in doubt and in a temple, just look like you're praying. They won't really bother you.
That's good advice, actually.
All right. So we blend in.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, just I'm
My
like
God.
trying to get a
Yes.
gauge of like why you're asking that. Like, are you asking that to know what to not do so that you could do it?
If you're asking if I'm going to get into trouble, absolutely not.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and hold Daniel by like the collar.
Okay.
Take my shirt off.
Damn it!
They're just holding his shirt. How nice of you, Arabella. Just holding his shirt for him.
I really appreciate
I'm
that.
dropping it. It just dropped.
Probably wear it if we're going in the temple, though.
Yeah. Oh, Dad.
I pick it up.
I don't trust
The
you.
little
I don't
sign
trust
says no
you.
shirt,
Put
no
it on.
service.
No shirt, no service. Salute.
Damn it. All right. I button up and everything.
Wow. We didn't ask that much. Okay. Let's go in.
You head on in. And as you do, you see that all around this temple, you see people in ceremonial robes with just 2 pairs of eyes surrounded by 7 stars as the insignia on their chest. One could assume this was the symbol of Saloon. And they're kind of just drifting back and forth around the temple, seeming to be just going about their duties and their responsibilities in the temple. No one really glances too much at you. A couple glances towards Dan being in a very bright red Hawaiian shirt. And a few at Arabella as well, being in a similar bright color. But aside from that, no one comes and stops you from entering.
Oh, good thing my armor isn't attracting too much attention. But you two, gotta be a little less loud.
Excuse you.
As you go in further, you do see that there are a few paladins and clerics kind of walking around in scale mail, in chain mail, just keeping either guard or potentially leaving to do something.
Well, it is quite nice in here. I think that, well, we should find the most important looking person. You guys see anyone? I guess we'll like kind of just like walk slowly, like in the main area and look around, see if there's somebody who looks like they have, I guess, Ren's looking for somebody who has authority.
Okay. So as you're walking through the main area, you pass the main temple. Inside, there's rows of pews and a raised dais on which sits an altar and a podium, atop which is this female gnome who, while not large in stature, definitely has a greater presence than would be belied by her height. And she has this booming voice that's kind of carrying over the crowd that has gathered for this particular service. And she seems to be just wrapping up. She says, "And I want to thank you all for joining us in this midday service. Let the light of Saloon shine on you evermore."
All right.
And with that, everyone seems to kind of get up, hushed, and kind of with little whispers here and there, filter out gradually as she's kind of just putting things away. You see there's a few ritualistic items, like a chalice, a few holy symbols that she's kind of just gathering and arranging, organizing.
I look at you guys and kind of come forward and try to bring the group with me. Hello. Good speech you gave there.
Wonderful.
So she turns around, and you see closer up that she has fair skin, some freckles, and curly, kind of silver hair. And she looks at you all.
How old does she look? Is she like youngish?
She is of an age of your mother.
Oh my god! I was about to say Ren's like pretty attracted for a moment, and then probably like, oh,
She is a bit. She is in her middle years. But again, for a gnome, she is still relatively young.
yeah. So I think my voice catches for a second as I realize how pretty she is. We was looking for some information on Saloon, just to know what it's about, I guess, in short terms. Right, Zola?
Well, if we can speak honestly, we come in association not with Saloon, but with she would remember the name of the god that she just heard. Oh,
Mithra?
no,
Shar?
Dan's god.
Oh, Helm.
Helm. I believe Helm and Saloon are on good terms.
So as she kind of takes you all in, she says, "Welcome under the light of Saloon, young ones. Here are in association with Helm. It's been quite a while since we've had visitors from Helm. Pray tell, what business does Helm have with Saloon?"
I think my friend here tell you.
Oh, geez, thanks, Sola. Yeah, real great. Well, what the heck am I supposed to say?
I
we're trying to
pat your shoulder and
figure-
I'm like, we're here to help protect. Right, Dan? That was the mission?
Yeah, no, we just need some information. That's it. Would you know if you know maybe the big G up in the sky, Saloon, she's got some sisters, maybe one. You know anything about them?
She kind of raises her eyebrow and, Saloon definitely does have a sister. Her malevolent counterpart, Shar.
Yeah, the bad one.
Why do you need to know about such a evil and just unpleasant individual god?
Well, I sort of look around, make sure nobody's looking at us. I go in close to whisper to her. I go, well, we think that there might be some of these bad people around.
I see.
Does that make sense?
A cult of sorts forming right here.
And right here.
In the Hallows, perhaps.
Well, all the temples of the Hallows, all the current working temples of the Hallows, definitely don't support the more vindictive gods. They tend to purport goodness and unity. I suppose that some of the abandoned areas are open to any individual to walk in, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything about a cult of Shah forming.
Are there many abandoned areas? That seems why there's so many abandoned areas.
Yes, young one. Religion isn't quite what it was. With the introduction of technology, of very accessible magic and wonder, well, religion has taken a bit of a backwards step, and there aren't as many worshippers anymore. So I suppose the less worshipped gods, or maybe the ones lesser known, in Vardonyl at least, well, their sites of devotion, there just aren't the people there to properly give them their dues. Their supporters have drifted away, much as the interest and maybe not loyalty, but just devotion to the deities. It does me good to see young folks such as yourself come by and take an interest in such matters. I really do hope that I do see you at more services.
Yes, my parents, the Montes, we actually live in one of those abandoned temples.
Yes, I do remember. Yes, people do have begun living in sacred places. It's one way of making sure that these great monuments aren't gone to waste. That is definitely true. And yes, I have heard of your parents. They do great work for the city.
Yeah.
And as they are much appreciated.
What temple is that your folks are in?
Oh goodness.
I feel like it's kind of insensitive to say in this moment, but Ren's just like, oh, how interesting.
Well, actually, it's I don't quite remember his name. It was like a giant god. So we got kind of lucky because it's a pretty big place now because it was, bigness was the whole thing for them. I can't exactly remember what his name was.
How does the cleric look at
Anam. That was it.
at that?
So she looks over and she seems a bit saddened. While she has said that it is definitely a good use of these monuments, that they should still always be remembered, you can definitely see that sadness that the worshipping is no longer done, that these gods who've done great deeds are no longer remembered. And so she says, was there anything else that I could help you with?
Well, just because you seem very knowledgeable, if not here, if not in the Hallows, where might a group like that form? In your opinion?
Well, I mean, I've not delved too far out of the Hallows. I've made my life, I've given my life to Saloon and have resided in our halls since a very young age, but I suppose Senis might be just the place rife with frivolity and pleasures that, that some individuals might find whatever they need to start such a twisted following.
Thank you.
Not to mention the interest might be a bit more easily found for someone who takes what they want and doesn't worry about the consequences to those they take it from.
Would any of us know, like, location wise, anything about that?
You and Arabella have been the only ones to live in Vardonyl since a young age, so you can definitely make just a general like intelligence check to see what you can remember from your childhoods.
Okay.
But neither of
Contest.
you have really been into Senis much, as it is a bit more kind of touristic and kind of nightlife-esque.
17.
Okay.
11.
All right.
I bet you there's a shop or two here that I have involvement with.
So, you know that Senis, Arabella, you know Senis for its high-class restaurants that have been established in that district. Your family has gone to several. But you do know that you've been ushered away from certain parts, as those parts are more hellholes and hole-in-the-wall bars that your parents have dubbed not fit for a young lady such as yourself. Kind of a bit more back alley like deals and such go on that being merchants they scoff at.
Yeah, so she'll like kind of like mumble or something. I can think of a couple places that I was never allowed to see.
So on your 11, you don't know as much. You've been to a couple of the restaurants, but you don't spend much time there. Your parents are not ones to encourage visiting such a place either. But being on the council, they've needed to go, and you've tagged along a couple times to the more touristic areas of Senis, anyways.
And I assume my dad, like, he's part of the watch for the whole city, right? Not just.
Mhm.
So maybe he knows somebody, or he at least has like some source of a little bit of knowledge of that area.
That's a good assumption.
Okay. Well, we don't want to take up too much more of your time, and we're sorry we missed your sermon. What time would your next one be?
My next one would be, she kind of looks up, and you see that while she had kind of not been thrilled with technology, you see that up on the wall is what looks like a sundial, but seems to work on the phases of the moon itself. So like how close to the moon rising it actually is, and then how it kind of descends and sets. So rather than following the sun, this one follows the moon. and you see that this one, the moon is not quite risen yet, and it says, "About when the moon rises, that is the next sermon, and the holiest of sermons, as we shall be bathed in the light of Saloon."
Well, I can't promise that I'll be there, but I'll have Saloon in my thoughts.
May Saloon's light wash over you forever, young ones.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the information.
Nod. That's a long time.
Super tense, which can we
She kind of
Super tense.
smiles wistfully, and as you guys, I assume, turn and walk down.
Mhm.
So awkward.
Yeah.
Careful steps.
So we're gonna have to find some abandoned temples.
Yeah. Abandoned temples. We could try to see what Senes has to offer. There's a lot. We could ask my dad what he knows. Arabella, probably. You seemed like you knew what she was talking about when she said Senes.
Well, I just know that there are places that my parents would not let me go. Because there's this one really good restaurant at the, like, I don't know if it's, the name escapes my memory right now, but I had delectable dessert there once. And when I went outside to wait for Aaron, my parents pulled me back inside because apparently the door is too close to some sort of street corner, and they said it was dangerous. I don't really follow, but I just remember being told I couldn't go.
Well, I mean, Dad,
I say we check it out.
yeah, it's your mission.
Let's do it. Why not?
Let
But
me
you guys
just
feeling a little nervous?
a little.
I think we need a map. Then we can cross off all the places that we've checked.
A map. Where do we get a
I don't have one of those.
map of Senes?
I was hoping we would have one available. Zolo just pull it out of a bag.
No. I should, but I don't.
Can I crystal search a map?
It's crystal maps.
Crystal map?
Yeah. So as you guys leave the temple, kind of passing statues of Saloon and like different acolytes, kind of rushing back and forth, still kind of going about their duties, kind of cleaning the statues, bringing from their kind of not their but like they have this service that you pass, not that is a for the less fortunate, as they come in and take a meal along with the acolytes, and kind of the food is given out. Kind of you pass that as you leave, and you search on your crystal for a map. This map, where are you headed? Like, what is the destination on this map?
Is there, with my intelligence check with the 17, but I remember, like, is it super south? Is it super west? Do I have any idea where the location of me not being allowed to be could have been?
It's kind of the deeper you go, closer to the wall of the city, that it becomes a bit seedier.
So I think I'm going to zoom in on the map. I think it was somewhere around here.
Oh, that's far.
This kind. Yeah, I can. If I call Aaron, though, I don't know if he'll let us go.
Wait, how far?
It's on the map right here.
Is it
Yeah,
that
but I
far, or
like-
is it just like a 20-minute walk.
So you've spent longer than 20 minutes walking just within the Hallows. to leave the Hallows from where you are, to cross over to Senis, and to get to that point, it would take at least a couple hours on foot. Vardonyl is a big city.
That it is.
Well, I think we should maybe, before we spend all that time looking over there, perhaps finish up looking over here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Actually,
Sure thing.
This is our first lead, and we should follow it to its conclusion and then pick up the next thread. And it was kind of an investigator type. He was our lead investigative mercenary,
Wait, who is this?
Dylan.
Dylan. All right. Well, thank you, Dylan.
We used to call him Detective Dylan.
That's a great name.
And he did detect things, I have to say.
Good for him. So, we're looking for abandoned temples in here?
yeah. I mean, like you see, like this place is clearly not abandoned. So just don't look for
Clear.
places that look like this.
All right.
Right there. Can
Does that mean
we?
your house is close by?
Your brain is so large. I was just going to say, is Zola's house nearby?
The giant house.
It's maybe about a
Suspicious.
20-minute walk from here.
Oh, it's like 5 minutes.
Full
So I think let's
dash.
go in that general direction, but let's maybe do some investigation work on the way there.
If you guys are cool with it, I'd like to cast fly on myself and get like a higher vantage point, see a bit further.
Aerial view.
Is that allowed?
As
You're
long as
allowed
I'm
to
not
like
creeping on
enter
anybody.
airspace.
Like talk to my ring. Hockey.
I can
gonna
just
take
text
your
my
eyes
dad
for
for air clearance.
Wait, what the heck? Get zapped out of the sky.
Oh my god. Long range
Is it
missiles.
like an anti-air turret
Yeah.
kind of thing?
Yeah.
We gotta fly it.
Oh, God.
Carnival row.
It's up
Yeah, I won't
to
go
you.
too
You
high. I'll
wanna-
just go above the rooftops.
Yeah, why don't we all scout
It's still
around?
relatively high. Talking about like roofs that can house giants, like.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, no.
But I'll-
You can go up.
Send hockey as well.
Send hockey.
Can I
Okay.
pet hockey?
As you're flying.
Hockey's like,
Split it up. Messing him up.
All right. So Zola and Hockey take off into the skies as the rest of you scour the ground for abandoned temples. Roll
Yeah.
me perception checks.
I was like, with what?
13.
Perception. Not very good at that.
Just a straight perception.
Yep.
11.
11. Okay.
5.
13. 5.
Is there anything I could do to get myself advantage? No. That's a 6 plus 4, 10.
Turns out all roofs look the same.
No.
They're all
Something
slanted,
true has never been
white,
said.
tiled. All right. So you.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Fly is a sorcerer spell.
Ooh.
I
Oh
know it's not
no.
combat, but we usually go.
Yeah.
Honestly, can't you give yourself advantage like whenever you want as a wild sorcerer?
Not this kind of wild source.
Hmm.
It's like a home
Yeah, meta magic.
version.
Oh, okay, I see.
That I think that's for like spell like attacks. If you're talking about meta magic.
Well, I know you can
Seeking
like
spell.
apply special effects, but I thought there was another feature that let you like
Yeah,
you
Tides
you
of
could-
Chaos.
Yeah, Tides of Chaos. That's what it was.
I guess I get that later. I don't have.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it could be later.
No,
Is it
'cause
advantage? No, I think
we
you added
made a,
D4 to stuff. Or...
Oh yeah, it's
your wild magic isn't actually wild magic
Yeah,
sorcerer. It's a homebrew of
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
wild magic and the more fiendish soul.
Mm.
That is oh wait, sorry, I'm not rolling percentile yet. I'm rolling a d20. Sorry,
No,
sorry,
you're
sorry.
rolling. Yeah, you're rolling d20.
7.
7. You're still safe.
Damn it, he's safe.
Why do you sound disappointed with that?
I wanted to turn to stone in the air.
Oh my god.
Is that what happens above the city?
Crush someone.
God, it really is. We gotta fly. Anyone else seen Carnival Row? No.
No.
Not the latest season, but I have.
This is the
All right.
latest season.
Yeah. You guys take a bit of time searching. You're in at this point this very populated area of Hallows. These are temples that are still well tended to. They have their own following. These are the greater gods that are very well known within the city. As you go out further, however, you do start finding these smaller temples that don't have anybody in them. They are a bit more ramshackled. The upkeep isn't done. And this might be more of what you're looking for.
Okay. Who sees this ramshackle part first?
So, as you are walking along, Arabella kind of glances to the right and sees as the Hallows kind of continues on further, there isn't anybody kind of walking the streets down this row. So
Fatal says maybe use a map. Like
We're using a map.
That was my first freaking. Do I have a map? So Arabella, you see this nothing going
Empty
on over there.
alleyway.
it's a bit more of like it looks like it should be a main road.
Julie.
It's not as narrow as an alley. It is an actual cobblestone road down between larger buildings, but there isn't anybody walking these streets.
This does this not seem suspicious? This is so suspicious. There's nobody in this alley, and if I've learned anything, the most dangerous places are the ones that are most avoided. Let's go this way.
All right.
What?
Am I wrong? Tell me where my logic fails.
I just couldn't hear you.
Your logic seems right. Then let's go that way and
Wait, hold on. Do I have a message?
No time like the present.
Nope, I don't have a message. You just gonna Zola just watches us all walk away.
Bye, Zola.
Wait, does Zola have vision of this alley?
I'll kind of inform Hockey to tell Zola, I think.
Oh,
Or
smart.
like talk to my ring. Hockey,
Freaking another
tell
mason
Zola
jar,
we're
man.
changing direction in case she doesn't notice.
I'm all out.
Okay.
And Hockey's just like, ah! Then goes over to Zola.
Drink
Zola,
out
you
of
start
your
getting
gum.
pecked by Hockey.
What is it? What? Wait, where did they go?
Caw! And he like looks.
Your neck is stretchy. Okay. Thanks, Hockey.
Narrows his eyes. Doesn't freak out this time though.
Well, I'll make my way to this. Well, I guess it's only 10 minutes long, the spell that I'm casting. So
Yeah, so at this point, yeah, you definitely are at the on ground.
where
You do
are
have
we?
to land. Yeah, because it's only 10 minutes at that point. Yeah, so for sure. The spell has been used up. And so you all make your way into this abandoned street, passing these what were kind of very pristine and awe-inspiring buildings are maybe no longer pristine, but awe-inspiring all the same. You understand that Hallows isn't just about holy, but also just the presence that these buildings give off. Even empty is daunting. As if there is now a hole that used to be complete, that used to have a presence, is no longer there. This emptiness kind of echoes out throughout the street as you pass by these abandoned temples.
Bit eerie here, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, I'm keeping
Arabella's
copy,
not shivering. Definitely
circling
not.
above us. Sorry.
Then I'll clutch
Yeah.
onto Arabella if she's not shivering. Let's not stay here too long.
I'm not afraid. You're afraid.
I am afraid.
Guys, there's nothing to be afraid of, all right?
Just stay.
Relax, please.
Ren like walks right up to a building and is like looking in the window. So empty.
See anything?
I don't know. Do I see anything?
Look for
So-
occult stuff like robes or candles.
You see robes and
Robes.
candles, actually. No.
Run.
Found it.
We got to
So-
report back.
You look through these temples, and this particular temple, you look in and you don't recognize the symbol of this god. It has been kind of not sanded away, but weathered away, as to only show what seems to be the hilt of a blade in one corner. Nothing else can very well be making out of this insignia. But you do see that there are old relics kind of just scattered about the floor. Potentially nothing of value. They are cracked, aged, and no shine whatsoever to these objects. But as you look through the window, you see this shadow move.
I mean, is this place like boarded up?
There are kind of boards kind of hanging from windows. Not, and so like there's still a way through into this temple, but it's not welcoming you in,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes any sense.
So I think I see this, and I'll turn back to everyone else. And, well, are we going to search every abandoned temple we find, or are we going to just be looking out the front and looking for obvious sign? Like, how committed are we to doing this?
I mean, I'm just trying to help Daniel.
Yeah, let's just take a quick peek, and if we don't find anything, we move on.
Does the word "shar" mean anything to me, like in terms of like etymology? Because I'm pretty sure Saloon is like, you know, a moon-associated word.
Sailing in the moon, and Shar is Shah and
Like charred
char?
earth, maybe?
So,
Shar me.
Cruel goddess of the
Oh,
heart.
shit.
Yeah, will you tell us about the shadow though? Like, there's movement inside the place.
I
Can you
don't
tell
say
us?
anything
Okay,
about the
okay,
shadow
okay.
because I think that in
Yeah,
Ren's
smart. Don't say anything.
yeah, in Ren's head, like, and I'll just say it out in front of everybody. Like, I think there's probably like bums and stuff that are around too. So I think Ren wants a sense of how, like, are we gonna start like searching? Like, are we spending like hours going through these buildings right now? And that's kind of what he's like looking at you guys kind of seriously. Like, are we gonna, you know, really search everything right? Like, how just peering in, or do we chase every shadow we see?
That's a good point.
Did you see one? Are there people?
Shadows.
Well, answer my question first.
No.
Was it a
no
strong
way.
looking
No
shadow?
way. I don't want to waste time with this. You crazy?
But it's a cult. What if they come after the school next? What if they're the ones who are causing the portals in the library?
Wait, so it looks like there's actually a cult here? Is that what you're saying?
No, but I'm just saying. What if there was?
Oh.
so just kind of following up on the etymology of
Mhm.
Shar, roll, because at this point you don't know enough about Shar to be able to really pull anything from just her name. If you maybe found out more about her, you might need just a bit more information to be able to properly deduce something that you might want to find useful. Well, that you might find useful. But right now you're going off, she's Saloon's sister. She's evil.
Okay. I'll even just say that to the group just so canonically we're all like thinking in that direction, maybe. They're related, and if naming conventions stick between siblings, then that might be a helpful thing to keep in mind. If you see anything with the word Shar on it, well, I guess you would already say something, but you know. Just a thing.
Hey, just a question. Do we know who these temples were made for?
I couldn't tell. I was looking inside, and when I saw that shadow, I also couldn't make out the insignia of what's going on here. Moving past that, though, if we're not going to look at every shadow, then I suggest we move on and we look into some other buildings and see if we see some more conspicuous, suspicious shadows.
All right. Next.
Nobody has
Okay.
like divine sensing magic, right? I just thought to ask that.
Yeah, wouldn't be my
way.
cup of tea.
All right.
For the duration, effective creature 5 10 points on the some saving throws. Okay, I think I'm going to cast motivational speech as we move to the next abandoned building. So in doing that, everyone gains 5 temporary hit points, has an advantage on wisdom saving throws. If you're hit by an attack, you have an advantage on the next attack roll you make. Once you lose your hit points, you lose the benefits. So, but I'm just gonna, as we're walking, Arabella's just gonna be like, we're helping Daniel with his family's mission. We are so strong and brave going through. We don't even know where we are, and we can handle this. And with such brave leadership, we are able to do anything. And this is amazing. And just like basically just hyping everyone up as she clings to Zola's hand for dear life.
You're not scared. I am.
I don't fear? Who? I no, don't even know what fear is.
Right. Good. At least one of us is confident.
I'm always
So
confident.
much sweat between our hands.
Yeah. Well, I feel confident. Let's go to the next temple, and I'll look for the next. I'll go in it. I'll look into every temple we pass.
Okay.
Probably like
Abandoned one. Abandoned
look at one window and like go to the other window.
one. I'll get the other side of the street.
Right. Some of these might be people's houses, so be careful. Don't get caught.
I go like,
No, I look in there. If it looks abandoned, I'm looking in.
running across the lawn.
Should have seen an elf peeking into all the doors, like windows, and definitely not creepy at all. A hooded, armored elf.
Elves are well thought of generally. It's fine.
Really?
Generally. Some bad elves out there.
Thanks.
I mean, we're mercenaries. It's not. We don't have a, stellar opinion of a mercenary. Generally thought to be a rough one.
I am a student. Thank you very much.
Oh, right, student. We're students. I'm a student. Of course, I'm a student. Why wouldn't?
But when you sit, never mind.
It was like touch my scimitar with my the Silent Rain, not logo but brand or something on it. Coat of
You
arms.
say silent rain, I think chocolate rain every time. I can't help myself.
I know.
So
I'm sorry.
Why?
Silent Rain.
Chocolate rain.
Do a cover.
Chocolate rain.
For me, Silent Rain, it's like it's raining. It's black. It's a black and white scene from a movie, and it's like it's either super melancholy or somebody's about to get killed.
film noir. But yeah, so you end up going to the next temple, and as you try and peek in, this large tusked face kind of just peers back out at you, and hey, what are you doing?
Is it to me or to Dan?
Oh yeah, it's true. It's both of you are looking at it.
It is both of us. We're both
Let me
just the same
see.
crap.
Even it'll be Ren. Odd it'll be Dan. It's odd. Dan, you got a tusked face in your face.
Oh, geez, watch where you point those things.
Look, I'm not the one peeking into other people's abodes.
You doing any suspicious activity in here? Like trying to
What are we
look
talking
past them.
about suspicious?
You got robes and candles.
You see, like he kind of like backs up a little bit. He's wearing like a bathrobe. Inside are like scented candles. Yeah.
Can I see like past him into what's presumably his house?
Yeah, so you see past him, and you see kind of he's laid out a little bowl with food inside. It's what looks to be like a stew, and he has this chipped cup of not sure what, but next to the bowl, and it looks like his spoon is already inside the bowl. Looks like he's just gotten up from his seat to come wonder why there's a boy looking into his window.
All right, no suspicious activities, but certainly smells delicious.
Think
Listen,
yours
I'll
suspicious
leave you
activity.
to it. Sure. Okay,
No.
all right, you're good.
Why would you
just
bring
walk
up
away.
that kind of name? Is that your name? Are you introducing yourself? Kids these
Oh,
days
you
don't
want
have
an
any
introduction?
manners.
I like spin around and look at him. Name's Atomic Dan. Don't forget it, baby. And then I walk away.
Oh,
Face palm.
Atomic yam. All right.
Just walking away,
Yeah.
combing my hair.
Yams would be good in this. And he kind of turns around and walks back to his stew.
You say yams would be good in this?
Yeah.
I just meant atomic yam.
Atomic yam.
Atomic yams would be good in this.
Just yelling shot at people. Like, "Shot!"
Any reaction? Okay, we good.
So good.
Come back. Coast is clear, folks.
All right. As you guys are darting around, can you all roll me perception checks?
Akan.
Does hockey get its own perception check?
Or does he give me advantage?
Oh, we're not rolling like shit.
What do you prefer?
I don't mind.
6.
Also, he's like swooping low, looking at buildings and coming up. It's like, he's like looking at the second
Nat
floor.
20, baby! Oh, sorry.
Hey.
Oh, shout that out! Hell
Yeah, you don't need to apologize about that. All right.
Good 21 though.
8.
So,
Pretty good.
Arabella, freshly recovered from your facepalm, you shake your head and turn away from Dan, and you see kind of darting along a parallel street, kind of a cloaked figure running back towards the way you came.
She's immediately point out, that's suspicious. Do you see that? Do you see that? And she's gonna start dragging Zola, and like, because their hands are like so tightly, probably sweatily like stuck together, and they're just.
Wet
And she's wearing. She's obviously wearing her wedges, so she is storming off. There's someone there.
30 feet per 6 seconds in wedges. She's fast.
She's been training her whole life for this.
A rocking motion. Was that I shield 21?
Yeah.
I sprint. I dash after this fella.
Go.
Take out my weapon.
Yeah, as soon as everyone starts running,
You're
go.
so fast.
Take
Go,
off.
Daniel, go! And like the wind from Daniel like messes up Arabella's hair, and she has to fix it really quick and pause, and then she'll continue.
Stops. Okay. So Dan, you rush off down towards this parallel street. You turn and look around. Roll me another perception check.
Oof. Okay.
Come on, Dan.
Maybe I'll get better than a 6 this time. Oh, I was so close to being a 20. That's 9.
Pay him the help action coming up behind him.
Ooh.
Just want to see because I believe your speeds are pretty different.
I
I'm
have a
30.
huge
He's
question.
45.
I am 55.
55. So you're 110 feet.
So if
and
he's
I'm at
dashing,
60.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not quite you're kind of like in the middle of these parallel streets, and he's already at the end, or maybe like 3/4, and so you can't really quite see down the street to where this person's gone. So unfortunately, your help wouldn't really give him much.
Wait, how fast is hockey?
I don't know.
If I give
probably
Bardic
pretty fast.
Inspiration, does Bardic Inspiration assist here? Because I can totally, when I'm like, go, Daniel, go! Inspire.
His fly speed is 60
Yeah, I can
feet.
use that.
Okay,
Oh, shit, he's
so yes, hockey could keep up with Dan, and
Alright.
yes,
Fast.
Arabella,
Inspiring.
you can shout down the road to Dan.
Yeah, you're inspired, Daniel.
Okay.
Go.
Yes, beautiful.
Go with your long,
So I'll
long legs.
roll with advantage, right, for hockey?
So your mirror glints and
Yeah.
it ding hits Daniel in the eye, just your reflection.
Oh my god. Okay, well, the advantage, I rolled a 5, so it's 9 plus. What's your bardic inspiration?
It's D8 at this point. I think.
Yeah.
A D8. Okay, well, let's hope for an 8. I got a 1. I got
Flat
10.
Alright,
Get new dice. Get new dice.
They're digital.
Refresh.
Get rid of him. Get rid of him. We don't need no.
never
digital.
use those. That's said again. All right. So as you look around, you know which direction they went passing down this street, but you've lost sight of them.
Okay, is there like different directions they could have gone?
Yeah, so, well, I mean, the whole street itself is like a street with multiple.
Oh fuck! It's like okay,
Yeah,
it's not just like a left or right or something.
no, unfortunately. It doesn't end in T or anything.
Shoot.
It's another like long road down through Hallows with branching roads.
Well, if I got a glimpse of the shady figure, I'll look back to everyone else and go, I'm taking the first path on the right or something. I don't know, whichever one's closest. Then I'll just start running down that path.
Okay. So as you go down, if you come up and go right, you go back to the street that you came.
Yeah, that's in
Technically.
perfect band fashion. I'll do
Okay,
that. That's fine.
so you go and you come back, and you turn
Like
around,
behind the
and
group.
you see across the street, there's that old man looking out from the window, just eating his stew. And this old man is, just for contextualization, is a Luxodon. So
Elephant man?
a large elephant man with kind of tough gray skin and yellowed tusks. He's there with his chipped bowl and is just... And he's just staring at you, Dan.
Yeah, I look at him too, like, what the heck? Deja vu. And I like continue, and then yeah. Anyways,
Okay, so the rest of you see Dan dart back towards the street you guys came from, down another alleyway. And do you guys wait in this street as you see him dart down, or do you rush after him?
I think he's too fast. I think we should maybe keep up with our search, and he'll make his way back to us, or he'll call us if anything.
You see that as you kind of get there, he kind of stops at the exit of this alley into this parallel street that you were just on. Dan, do you flip back and go back, or are you going down this street?
I just do the full loop back, like, and come up behind everyone again.
So Dan kind of takes off to the right again. And then before you know it, he's behind you guys once more.
The heck? What are you guys doing here? Aren't you chasing the
know where
hooded
you're
figure?
going?
What? Of course I know where I'm going.
Can't go any faster than you. And you're behind us. What happened? I thought you were chasing him.
That's what I want to know. Slippery bastard. All right, we'll try the other street.
Okay.
So wait, you completely lost sight of him?
At this point, you have.
Yeah.
Unless you kind of keep on going, you might get another glimpse of him as you go. But so far, you've lost the last glance of him.
Damn it.
Not the most optimal decision as a player, but
I don't know that we're going to find this person. We don't even know if this suspicious person was the kind of suspicious person who was being suspicious in the way that we needed them to be.
That's true.
But they were running away from us back toward where we came from. Is that not super extra suspicious?
We are a group of armed teenagers walking down the street with no cops around.
You're armed. I'm arm in arm.
I'd look down. I'm holding the scimitar still. I put my double-bladed scimitar back in my bag. Not always armed. I'm just equipped.
I think we lost him at this point.
All right, let's continue our search. Maybe we'll come across another of these ne'er-do-wells.
As you
Couldn't have
continue
gone
down
far.
this street, these are just kind of lesser deities. You see a couple people in these temples. They are smaller temples, and the few people kind of are going up. It's mainly, these temples are just the main room to an altar in front of the particular god's emblem. And you see a couple people kind of going, either just loitering around praying or being right up at the altar praying, but no dark-robed figures. There are definitely other people wearing robes throughout these temples, but none that are of the same color that Arabella saw. But you know the direction leads you back towards the main part of the Hallows, towards the temples of the greater deities.
I don't know where he went. We need to be ready.
Well, we were just kind of sent to find stuff out. We were told not to engage or fight with anyone. So maybe we would just keep on heading. I think we're going around my house, so go there, ask my dad for information. Let's not get into too much trouble.
Sorry, like in terms of time of week, are we still available to keep searching for this? Like, and I guess I ask everybody outright, like, how long are we gonna be doing this for? Is this like on new? Because the library, they've asked us not to butt into anything. We've been explicitly removed from the situation. And this is a situation we've been explicitly brought into the situation. So
To be real, I'm much more interested in getting back into the library, mostly out of spite. I really don't like the library, but, you know, I don't like the librarian more. And this, I mean, Zola's right. I would love to get into a scrap. But if my dad just needs some information, I mean, whatever we find out here today, I'll report back, and that'll be that.
We haven't really found anything, but that's up to you.
This is kind of religious persecution that we're taking part in right now. So maybe we just like take a step back and let
I'm
the
happy
adults deal with it.
how about this? I think instead of going to Zola's house, I think that maybe we end the day, we keep looking around all around town, look for anything else that could be suspicious, maybe split up a little. And then I'm down to go our separate ways, maybe go home, and we can check on Senis another day, maybe tomorrow. And we'll regroup, respend our efforts. And it's a little seedier, so a little less safe than here. So I feel better maybe splitting up and taking a good look at the Hallows, and then we'll pick up that other thread like we said.
Okay.
All right. I've always wanted to check out Senis.
All right. I look at Arabella. That was way easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, she didn't give you like a little high five. That was really well done.
Alrighty. Then I guess I fucking split up. I'm gonna go with hockey, and I'm gonna search this way.
Okay.
We're gonna go this. Yeah, I'm dragging Zola with me, or Arabella's dragging Zola with her.
Okay. So you all head off in different directions. And as you do, I'd like you all to roll me another perception check as you take the time to look around your respective routes.
Arabella, what's your bonus?
+4.
Mine's +4 also. All right, doesn't matter.
Natty!
Nice.
Daddy! Come on.
Daddy!
Come
One.
on.
I rolled a 6.
Oh, I got a 7.
Oh wow, we're really
I
perceptive.
thought you got a natty.
I got
Yeah,
it.
this guy got it.
All right.
I got a mod 20.
Okay.
A nat 7.
So,
Lucky 7.
Dan, as you're walking along, you find your way kind of walking past Seilun's temple. And you see a dark-robed figure run in.
Run in?
Yeah.
I
Kind
run
of
in after.
a hurried walk.
Okay.
But it is rushed.
Okay.
And
Are there other people
Ren-
around? Oh, sorry.
yes, no, but there are.
Okay.
This is coming to the time where the moon is kind of reaching its peak. And so other people are kind of filtering in. But they aren't wearing robes per se. They're in their not casual wear, but kind of slightly fancy wear, something that you would wear kind of like going to a bit more of a formal event.
Okay.
Seeing as how this is a bit more of a holy service, they are attempting to look the part, but they are not all worshippers. So they don't all have vestments.
Okay.
Renef, on your mod 20, you see someone else kind of dart in the direction of Seilun's temple as well, in a kind of darker red robe.
Well, now, are they? How quick are they moving? Like, can I stealth after them instead of like flat out sprinting at them?
So they're not flat out sprinting, but they're kind of weaving through the crowd at a very hurried pace. They seem to be needing to get somewhere for a specific time.
Okay. So then I think what I'll do, like just noticing this in the district and wanting to keep an eye on stuff, I'll walk normally and follow them. But as they outpace me, I'll have Hockey kind of like follow where they go. And the instruction, if he ends up like flying too far from me for me to like communicate with him, is just to like perch essentially on the building at the top of the building where this person goes into, and then I'll meet him there.
Okay. So as you walk through the crowd of people, kind of this is the time that people kind of go for the night service of the varying deities and gods. This one, however, leads you to the entrance of Seilun's temple. And you find Dan walking up the steps of the temple as well.
Do you see that person? Was that two people?
So, Dan, as you had kind of gotten closer, you saw this now darker red-robed figure kind of just weave their way through the crowd and into the temple as well.
Yeah, so Ren like shows up behind me or something.
Yep.
He's like, "Oh, hey, what the heck? What are you doing here? Thought we split up."
I saw a robed person.
Yeah.
They're kind of
Yeah,
all
just-
robed. It's really hard to tell them apart at this point.
Why do they all wear robes? I don't understand.
It's probably really comfortable. Everything's just swishing free and,
Whoa.
not too much to tie you down.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I can rock with that.
I would, but then you'd be unprotected. So I much prefer to be a little bit more protected.
What do you need protection for? Just
Bob
bob and weave, baby.
Reach out and like twist your nipple. Just like,
Not in front of the temple.
oh, sorry.
Saloon is watching.
An older lady kind of passes, and she walks on by.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Hey, eyes to yourself, Cougar. Put my shirt back on.
That's what armor's for, so that doesn't happen.
Damn, I need a chess piece. So, should we go in? Where are the others?
I shrug, walk in the temple. Just like I think I stealth into the temple as much as I can. Just like trying to be like nonchalant, but also like hanging back from the crowds a little, and I'm not like sneaking.
Okay.
That's a 19 to just blend in.
All right. So you join the crowd as they make their way into the temple. As you two get further into the temple, you see that most of the crowd is going into the main mass hall for the service. However, you notice that the two robed figures kind of continue on around the temple hall and go off towards the back.
I look at Dan, kind of like, then you get it, and what? And then I like take my ring out and I go, "Good," and then.
I just like run for it. I don't know.
Okay.
I do a little squat. At this point,
After-
I've lost.
I tell Hockey, I'm like, go find the others, bring them here. And then I go look at I follow the other person.
Conveniently forgetting about your crystals. As Hockey goes towards
Right.
to find Zola and Arabella.
Send the messaging bed.
And so you guys head towards the back of the temple. And Zola and Arabella, you guys have gotten a bit closer to Zola's residence when Hockey finds you and kind of just like lands and starts like pecking at you guys.
What is it, boy?
Some more pecks. And kind of just like then lifts off and wheels around and goes back the way it came.
Do we follow him?
I mean, why would he be here without Renaf? That's so weird. But he just came and he left. That's rude.
Well, maybe they found something.
Honky! Come back here!
Being not his owner, Hockey does not listen whatsoever and just continues flying off.
Oh my!
Let's just
Anything faster. Follow me.
let's just go, right?
Why must you make me run and meet wedges? Speed walking.
I wish I could help you. Oh, that's magic, and I can't make you shoes that are comfortable. Sorry.
I mean, how fast is he going?
Is he going his full speed, or Renef, or is he going at a pace that they can kind of follow?
He's not gonna ditch them, but he's also not gonna go slower. So probably if he gets like just far enough, he'll have to do like a quick loop-de-loop.
Double back kind of thing?
Yeah, and then but then like keep going again as you guys are coming.
Okay, so you guys do realize that kind of Hockey's kind of looping around, kind of going far and then turning back, seeing you're there, and then going further as you continue walking down. And he leads you to Selûne's temple.
Yeah,
and
I
he
think
goes in.
to note, he's 60 feet fly speed, so he's like not trying that hard, and you guys have to like run and dash to keep pace with the 60 feet.
Are you dashing in your wedges?
Arabella takes her wedges off and starts dashing.
Just getting serious. All right. So, Dan and Renef, as you are kind of rounding this next corner, you see that one of the robed figures is at a statue of Selûne. And then the statue itself kind of turns and he disappears.
Is
Is this my figure or his figure?
Oh,
The robes of this one was black robes. You don't know if it was Dan's figure or another one, but
Well, I thought we each followed a figure to the
you
back.
did. But being as how
Okay.
the cloaked individuals look very much the same as any other cloaked individual, you're not really sure if
Oh, I
it's
thought you
exactly
said
the one that
had
you
a
followed.
red cloak specifically. Okay.
They did, but Dan's had a dark black one, so it wasn't yours for sure. But Dan doesn't know if it was his either.
Okay. So are we split up? The
Yeah,
two of
that's,
us?
are we together at this point? Is that it?
You two are together. Zola and Arabella are not joined up with you yet
Okay.
because you guys saw them kind of go
So the figures
towards the
joined
back
up.
of the temple. Yes, and go to towards the end of the back of the temple. As you got to the back of the temple, you see only one there that then disappears with the turning statue.
Well, I look at you. Maybe it's only one at a time that they disappear and go somewhere.
Maybe. We should check out that statue.
I'll be careful.
Yeah. Just some dudes in robes, right?
You go first. I literally just remembered. I said to myself, how am I going to tell the girls to check out the statue if we disappear? And then I realized I could just literally write that to them. So give it a look, and I'll do that. I take out
I'll check it
my
out. I'll check
crystal
it out.
out, and I start trying to like text.
Emojis only.
Yeah, Echo's temple, like a bunch of like temple emojis and like arrows, and then essentially it's just saying like back into the temple, statue, turn it, disappeared, robed person, checking it out.
This is in emojis.
No, there's words, but there's also emojis. Like 2 million
Arabella's
emojis.
frustrated trying to read this thing. Just absolutely, what is this monstrosity?
You do get the gist of it thanks to the words. And so, Ren and Dan, you head up to the statue, and you look and you see that it's just the face of it's Saloon. It is her statue, much like all the others. What do you do?
I'll turn it.
All right, so you just kind of grab the whole statue and try and shift.
Well, we saw the robe person do it, so whatever way they turned it, I try to do. Excuse me, the same thing.
Okay, so you see that they had kind of like reached up, and then as they reached up, kind of it turned. So if you look at the head, you can roll me an investigation check.
Yes.
Can I help?
Yeah, sure.
I'll just be like, it's got to be like a hidden lever or something.
Thank you for helping me. That was a nat 1. That's a nat 20.
Oh,
Nice.
From one extreme to the other.
Work, baby.
You see that Saloon is wearing this hooded cowl, but at the edge of kind of the border between her face, like her cheek and the cowl, there's a bit of a gap. As you put your hand there, you feel a kind of a little shift. And as you kind of roll Saloon's face around, you see from this very serene, graceful face comes a second face. This one kind of just angry, malevolent, and you just feel this bad presence from it. And as it turns, you see a glint in the eye, and both of you feel this kind of drop sensation, and you find yourselves at the top of stairs.
What did you do? Did it work?
We're not in Kansas anymore. I mean, we're not on the first floor anymore.
Yeah. Do we see anything other than stairs?
So these stairs lead down, and there isn't any light at the top of the stairs, but you see at the bottom, kind of like around the bend, is the glow of firelight.
Do I have crystal signal here?
It has some. It's barely there.
Barely there.
Yeah, you got
Essentially,
like, a
like
bar.
more emojis. Like try to be really quiet as I'm typing, and like turn just the face, and we have to wait for you.
Is your volume on? Are the sounds? Are the buttons making?
I think the sound would probably be on like a tuk tuk tuk, like a BlackBerry or something kind of
Yeah.
thing, and you're like, ugh, and I like fumble with it for a while to like try and get the sound to be on, and then maybe while I'm doing that, the girls are catching up.
Yeah. So you guys you girls had managed to decipher the message that Ren had left you, and with Hockey's help, found your way to the back of the temple, and you get a message on your crystal once more with a face and an arrow and a hand, and then in words, turn the face.
Oh my god. Mage hand turned the face.
Okay. And so you
Scared.
too see that same transition from serene, graceful to kind of cruel and malevolent. And you also appear next to Dan and Renef in this stairwell.
Jeez.
Sorry.
And you hear that kind of echo a little bit down the stairwell.
What?
I think we found it.
This-
As you guys are kind of like whispering, you hear this from where you are. You can't quite make it out, but you hear this rhythmic sound coming from downstairs.
Let's get out of here.
We're just sent to do reconnaissance.
Yeah.
Just saying, we can get the beam going.
Yeah, but don't you want to see what they're doing?
Everybody's
We
terrified.
have to reconnaissance to do the science, you know.
What he said.
Okay, someone take their crystal phone out and start recording.
That's your job. Start sneaking.
Okay, hold on. Silence.
So you guys
okay.
sneak
Flash
down
off. Okay.
the staircase, and you get to the bottom where this firelight glow is coming through this open doorway into this dungeon-esque room. Just dark stone, chains from the walls, and you see that there are figures, 5 cloaked figures, 4 kind of facing another one that's at the altar. This one in the dark red robes, the other 4 facing it in dark black robes, and they're chanting something in a language you don't understand. As you get a bit closer, you see that painted on the floor in this red liquid is a large, what looks like to be a pentagram. The cloaked red figure has a knife in its hand, and on the altar you can't really see, but you see movement, and they're gonna plunge it down as you guys kind of walk up to this
Can we
doorway.
react to that? at
Yeah.
all?
Can I
No, like
hold person?
they seem like they're about to like make the movement of stabbing down.
Yeah, I think if I can lock eyes with somebody and just immediately start moving.
I can cause a distraction.
What do you do?
I'm gonna cast hold person.
Okay.
Oh,
Sweet.
I wanted to
You can go first. You have a fast
go
reaction.
first
Sure.
because I'm literally just gonna teleport. I'm gonna Misty Step right into the middle of them, and if I can, I'll Genie Cloak to blow everything away from the middle of the room.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Okay.
I know it's exactly what we're not supposed to do, but
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right.
Let's
So
fucking do it.
Renef as
Like,
as Arabella.
Recording.
Arabella starts her spell.
Go
You Misty Step over to the center and do your genie's cloak. Rather, your turn, your twist, your spin.
Spin me right round, baby. Right
are they
round.
all within 5 feet of that altar?
Not within 5 feet, no.
Within 10?
They're, yeah, they can be within 10. You'd probably get the two closest to the altar, as well as kind of just barely get the guy holding the knife.
For each additional charge, you can choose to increase either the radius of the twister by 5 feet or the bludgeoning damage it deals by a d8. So I use one charge to do it, then I increase it by one more charge to do it within 10 feet. So that'll hit all of them. And then I'll add the last charge for damage, just in case.
Sure.
I want to forcefully throw them off from here.
Go for it.
So that's a DC 15 strength save for all of them. And if they don't make it, they're pushed 5 feet and take 2d8.
Okay, 15.
And I don't know if I can like hold down whatever's on this altar because I don't want it to go flying.
Okay. So 4 of the 5 get kind of blown back, but the 5th stays standing. Not the red-robed figure, but one of the black-robed figures. However, all their hoods get blown back.
yes. Oh yeah, I'm holding that crystal.
And
World Star, baby.
in front of you, you all see, and well, you kind of hear from the red-robed figure as they're getting up. Oh, guys, what was that? Why are you ruining this for us? And you see that the red-robed figure is a second-year Triton. One of the black-robed figures is a black dragonborn. You see a halfling, a turtle, and a hobgoblin kind of just getting up. The hobgoblin's the only one that managed to succeed on the check, so he hadn't been knocked over. But you see they're just high school kids. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Start shooting laser beams at all of them.
What?
I'll take 5.
I'm telling.
Damn, all Aglarond students?
You've all seen them around
We got,
Aglarond,
we've
yeah.
recognized them all. Yeah. Oh my god, these fuckers.
Oh
Okay.
my god, these fuckers.
All right.
Charmy, please.
Charmy.
It's time to leave, Sharmy.
Please write
I'm
that.
like a leaf on the
every
wind.
session.
I got it. Yep.
Man,
Wow.
Thank you all so
I can't
much
wait to beat
for
these guys
That was the very last thing.
joining
I
us
Ooh.
for another session of Aglarond High. And unfortunately, this is a milestone. So you all get the experience of hopefully enjoying this session
One last
and getting excited for the next.
Oh, I thought you meant this
Oh, I
was a
need a refill as well.
milestone, and we
No.
were about to level
CJ
up.
You wish. Not quite yet.
All right.
But yeah, I thank you all for taking the time out of your evenings to watch us. It's always appreciated. And until the next time, have y'all a good night.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
everyone. And
Bye.
Siege, have a sippy for me too, please.
Yeah,
have
little
another
sippy.
sippy for me. Thanks.
Little quick sip.
Yeah, I'm all out. I'm dry
Oh,
as
the
a
ASMR.
frickin'
That'd
desert.
be real bad.
Thanks,
Part.
guys. Bye.
Bye. Have a great
Night.
night. See you
Good
Sunday,
night.
maybe.
Maybe could be fun. Could be fun.
Stay atomic.
Oh, I transitioned us to the stream. We're back. Another stream. Okay, bye.